Hello friends, this is Jimmy Singh, broker owner of Supermax Realty. You can reach me at 647-961-2639 or you can visit my website www.supermaxrealty.ca. So friends, in this video, I would like to discuss about one of the common questions which I get for my clients, that should I incorporate my real estate business for rental to own real estate properties, or sometimes people say I have 3-4 rental properties already and I can't get more financing. What do I do? Should I buy the next property in Ontario Inc? So as we all know that investing in real estate is one of the best ways to build long-term wealth, and obviously there's a lot of opportunities, and holding, renting, fixing, flipping, all these things are important to build a real estate portfolio and earn a great living. But at the same time, it is a very common question by the investors. After all the expenses are paid, the biggest tax biggest expense is the taxes. So what they want to do is, before you do these things, you have to speak with their accountant or tax lawyer to decide whether it's worthwhile for you. So from tax point of view, there is two things to consider. Number one is basically you have to understand the difference in taxation rates both inside and or outside the corporation. So let's say if you're you're a business owner, you already have a corporation. By keeping money in the corporation, or corporation tax might be 12 to 15%, versus if you are in the highest tax bracket in Canada, earning more than $200,000, you're at the highest tax bracket, like 50 something like 50.2 or 52%, 53%, right? So you want to make sure before you do these things, you have to be aware of recent tax changes that may make it worthwhile or not worthwhile to incorporate. Second thing we want to do is what we call section 85 rollover. So in some provinces in Canada, especially I'm recording this video in Ontario. So here what we can do is, if your property you have a rental property and maybe mortgage is less, what you can do is you can roll over into your corporation, but you have to pay what you call land transfer tax. So that is something you have to be careful, because CRA will not consider your property to be a rental property. They might say it's an inventory property. It means you are putting in the corporation to avoid the taxes. So that is something you have to prove to the CRA it is for rental purposes, and if that property is being rented for last couple of years, it's easy to prove it. So that is something you have to do, because if it's not done properly, it can trigger personal taxes. And as I said, lot of advantages of incorporating. At the same time, there are some disadvantages. So number one advantage is limited liability. So let's say if you have multitude of properties, multiple duplex, triplex, condos. So if you get sued, people can come after your assets. But if it's held in a limited liability or like a corporation, they can't go after your personal home and cars. And second thing is it gives you sense of anonymity, because some owners are not comfortable with the tenants knowing their full name, their address, where they live and everything. So instead they rather have tenant pay them a check in their business name. Third thing can be obviously tax benefits. So if you're a highest tax bracket earner, maybe you're a IT professional, you're a top banker, lawyer, or professional making more than $200,000, you want to separate your individual tax bracket, personal taxes versus rental income. Because let's say if you have a bunch of properties and it's generating a lot of income, because all you can write is just the interest and maybe some maintenance expenses. So that income is added to your tax bracket, increasing it, and you end up paying more taxes. So guys, this video by no means is to educate anybody about tax avoidance. I'm just talking legal channels, how to defer your taxes. At the end, you still have to pay taxes. So let's say you have a corporation, you're a small business owner, and then you have money sitting in the corporation. So let's say if the corporate tax rate is 15%, 12%, whatever that may be, you can still pull off 70, 80% money sitting and invest as a down payment towards your next property. But again, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a lawyer, so you have to speak with knowledgeable professionals who know what they're doing. And at the same time, the disadvantage can be cost of corporation setup and annual filing. So it might cost you a couple of $1,000. So that is something you have to consider before you jump the gun. And obviously there might be potential personal tax consequences. As I said, you want to make sure wherever you live, if you live in Ontario, when you do those tax rollover Section 85, you have to again pay land transfer tax. So if you have a paid off property, you want to put in corporation for your kids, or for whatever reason to protect your anonymity, you might end up paying a land transfer tax again. And obviously Toronto has double land transfer tax, so that is something you have to discuss with your lawyer and see what they have to say. And my final thoughts again, guys, before you decide whether you want to incorporate or not your real estate rental business, you want to gather all the information as much as possible and then weigh pros and cons to see whether it's worthwhile. And if you're a real estate investor anywhere in Greater Toronto area, Golden Horseshoe, and you're looking to buy your first property, give us a call. I've been helping my clients for last 15 years buy quality real estate, and you can reach me at 647-961-2639. At the same time, you have to understand, whenever you seek mortgages from different banks, they wanna maybe, if it's a newer corporation, those institutes or banks require personal guarantees. So corporate directors or officers can be held liable on default. So if it's a new corporation and you haven't filed taxes, in the first year, or there's not many assets, they can still put a kind of blanket mortgage against your personal assets. So that is something you can consider. And obviously, you can talk to your mortgage broker if you're looking to buy property, see how much extra down payment you need. Because for investment, you might get qualified 20% down if you are buying in your own name, versus if it's a corporation. Many lenders are not comfortable lending to a brand new corporation, and they might ask 30 to 35% down. And obviously, these things are always changing. Banks are catching up to everything. And as I said, some people do buy in corporation because there are some properties don't show on their credit bureau. Again, this is just a purely on information basis, and for any legal technical advice, talk to suitable professions. And for any real estate inquiries, you are most welcome to give me a call. If you have any properties in Hamilton, London, Greater Toronto, Golden Horseshoe, you're looking to sell, give us a call for a free market evaluation. Or if you're a new agent looking to get your real estate license and looking to join a brokerage, give me a call for a confidential meeting, for mentorship and business planning. 647-961-2639. If you like this video, please visit my channel on YouTube, Real Estate Edge with Jimmy Singh. I upload weekly videos for different topics. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up or leave your comment. Thanks for watching. God bless you.